Okay.
But yeah,
We in.
anyway.
I still have my beans out here, and I don't know what to do with them.
Your
My
beans?
beans. My beans.
Your beans.
Oh my god.
I guess you weren't here when I talked about this last week, so yeah, my beans.
Your beans. Love that. Oh man. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a couple days.
It has.
Yeah. Anyway, we have to we oh, okay.
Are you? Are you?
I'm
You're
beeping.
beeping. Mm-hmm.
I'm beeping.
I figured out how to add a Discord alert to our stream. So that, because I used to have it on the chat, but for some reason that functionality just broke. I don't understand really what happened. The thing that Shannon's friend Megan told me how to do, it just doesn't work and hasn't for like a year. And I don't know why. I don't understand the program. So I found a
Huh.
new way to do it, so that just a pop up that comes up on the stream instead of in the chat. So I just have a 30-minute long video of silence, and then the pop up comes up, and then it loops because I couldn't figure out how to do it any other way.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So there's just this. It'll just come up every 30 minutes. It'll just pop up that says join our Discord. I'm learning how to be a real streamer. What?
I thought you were talking about like a notification that we're streaming,
Oh
and I
no,
was
no,
like,
that's fine. That's working.
because I was like,
Yeah, I thought that
No,
was
I'm
what you were
talking about
talking
a pop up that says join our Discord on the stream because it's used to say it in the chat,
Yes.
and but that only worked for a few weeks.
Yeah, I hadn't realized, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that just stopped working like a
I,
year ago, and I truly have no idea why or how to get it to work again.
maybe it was like with like one of the
I
updates or
might change
something.
locations. I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Continue discussing amongst yourselves.
Yeah. No, if you
I'm
have the stream up, I can show you it. Are you on the stream?
I am on the
Well,
stream.
watch. This is what I'm talking about. See? Ta-da! Did you see it? It's kind.
Oh, this is so
Yeah,
cool.
and now 30 minutes from now it'll pop up again.
See, I thought you were talking about a notification saying we're streaming, but then I'm like, but like, wouldn't they know that we're streaming because they're watching
Yeah,
our
that would
stream?
be pretty silly.
Yeah, that's why I was
I'm still trying to
confused.
decide where I want to put it on the screen. Because, like, the top corner is where it defaulted to. But, like, maybe down below Sienna would be better. Because
Yeah, I think that would be a good
Yeah.
spot.
it's just.
Where does the chat pop up?
It
Again?
kind
Actually,
of
I'm
goes
gonna.
over. It's, like, kind of going over Sienna a little bit. Um, yeah, so if. Oh, I guess if you typed more words, it would go over Sienna a little bit eventually, but it's just kind of like that area of the screen and then up to like 2/3 of the way up. So it goes a little bit over Sienna's box, but not like totally. Like if the follow alert shows up in that area that I just moved the Discord thingy to. So now, do we like this better? Hold on. There. So it kind of would go over the chat too, where it's at, but whatever.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I like that
Yeah,
spot.
okay. That's where we'll put it then.
Yeah, because like even if it does go over the chat a little bit, if it's just gonna be like a little pop up.
Yeah.
Wait, can you do it again? I feel like it like pops up for not very
Yeah, it is
long.
very quick.
Yeah.
It is very quick. It's true. I
Uh.
I might go and edit it to make it slower. I don't know. This was the default speed.
Okay, gotcha. Like that thing where you actually have to like go in to like do stuff with, like not like a quick thing.
Yeah, it's
or...
not a quick change. I'd have to go
Okay.
and edit the video that I created. I mean,
Yeah.
I got the follow alert from because I was fixing sorry, not the follow alert. I was fixing the follow alert because remember a few weeks ago we had someone follow and I was like, "Hey, nothing popped up. What's up with that?" So I had to go and fix that. So that should be working again. But while I was in there, I noticed there was like a thing for social media alerts. I was like, "Hey, I could add one of
Yeah.
those." So I like made the social media alert, but then the version of it that I downloaded, like the way they show it is it's just like a 3-second clip of it doing of just the thing that you saw, right? And then so I can loop it, but then it just does that over and over again, and it's like that's
So the
obnoxious.
hand motions look like you're doing like sign language or
Yeah,
something when I'm watching back the
true.
video. It looks like signing.
Honestly, I feel like I would be terrible at sign language simply because I move my hands too much. So I would just like do
Somebody
things.
would be trying to
I'd be
cross
like
over and like,
cursing someone off without realizing it or something.
or it would just be like a
Yeah,
string of words like that do not make
exactly.
like dishwasher soap monkey feet. Like I don't know, something weird
Yeah,
like
just like
that.
that.
Yeah. But I think like if you're able to like
Yeah.
extend it by like 5
Yeah.
seconds, like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to I'm sure there's so I had to take it into Adobe Premiere and add the 30 seconds of just blank space so that it wouldn't or not 30 seconds, sorry, the 30 minutes of blank space so that it wouldn't just repeat endlessly. So now it repeats on a 30-minute loop where there's just 30 minutes of blank space afterward. But yeah, so I could probably slow-mo it or something like that. We'll see. I'm sure that's probably doable. I think, yeah, I just have to do the same thing. Yeah, no, I know how to do it. I can't do that while we're streaming. That's gonna be a fix for later. But I noticed the same thing that it seemed too quick.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna be very out of it.
What else is new?
So, yeah, honestly. Um, but well, specifically because, so yeah, y'all know I've got the ADHD,
I've
as we all
noticed,
do,
yeah.
and I've been medicated for it,
Uh-huh.
and been slowly upping the dosage because we're trying to find the right one, and we just upped it again by 5. And I'm like,
By
I
5.
don't think this is it. I don't think this is it. I think we gotta go back down.
By 5.
So-
What is by 5? By 5 what?
Milligrams.
Okay, I
Sorry.
see.
Mhm.
That's like my students' answers when they're just like, yeah, the length is 5. And I'm like, 5 what,
What's
though?
your
5 apples? 5, people? 5, yeah, okay.
yeah. Not milligrams. Yeah. I mean, we've been like steadily upping by 5, and like each time it's been like I haven't had any adverse effects. And like, but it's been like helping with the motivation, keeping track of things and stuff as far as it can. While my head is still like shrimp and microplastics and
Right.
ponds and all. Because
Your head is
it's just-
shrimp.
My head is shrimp. Yes, exactly. But yeah, this recent increase from 25, the 20 to 25, I was like, okay, because for a while I was on the 20 milligrams, and like, I don't know, it felt like it wasn't really working as well after a while. So we upped it to 25, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, this is better. Like, I don't know if I'm like there where I need to be, but it's definitely better. So we tried increasing from 25 to 30, and now I'm like, I don't know, day 2, and I'm feeling something. Don't really like
I
it.
see.
So I'm like, I don't know. It's like part of me wants to give it like one more day because sometimes like your body has to get accustomed to
Yeah.
it. But I don't know. I might just like email my psychiatrist and be like, hey, can we actually go back down? I think that's the correct dosage because this is just not it.
I see.
Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I can feel like my heart and my lungs.
Excuse me?
Like, breathing.
Both of
Feels
them?
weird.
That's not good.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm like, I think we need to go back down to 25. I think 30 is just too much. 25 is, I think, good. Yeah. But yeah, if I'm seeming out of it even more than normal, that's why.
Noted.
Hello. Again.
Hello.
Oh, hello there, the angel from my nightmare.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
Mm. We lost a Sienna.
Did we lost her? See, I can't tell because when I'm looking at stream, she's just frozen.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
also present, but she's like gone.
I see.
Oh, that's what happens if you leave the call, you just freeze.
It makes for some funny pictures sometimes.
It does. Yeah. Oh man. Dinner is interesting tonight
What do you
because I really go shopping and I did not go today.
I feel like your dinners are always very
Because
eclectic.
So, okay, so I was actually going to make a legit dinner tonight. Like I was gonna like, make my rice in my not hot pot, instant pot, or make my rice in my instant pot. I was gonna cook a couple of fish fillets in the oven and pop in some like, I don't know, broccoli or Brussels sprouts and have like a nice well-rounded dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got stuck in my sports bra for half an hour.
Right, I
So
forgot
that
about you. That,
didn't
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Because I ran out of time. Then I was like, all right, so
Half an hour. That took
boiling
you
pot of
half an
water with
hour to fix. My goodness. Wait,
granted a solid like 10 minutes was also just me being dumbfounded over the fact that I got stuck in my sports bra.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I did actually have legit dinner plans and then I got stuck
Mm-hmm.
and then I ran out of time. So now it's a pouch of sweet and spicy chunk tuna light and mac and cheese.
That's fun.
And
I don't know. So like the Skype OBS screen for me is really small right now, so I can't. So keep that in mind as I say what I'm about to say, because like I'm looking at a small version of you, but for some reason the thing in your hand, I I know 100% knew this was incorrect, but I at first thought it was a pouch full of blood.
Oh.
A positive, my favorite.
I was
Weird.
just like, okay, we're vampiring it. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm very tired. Yeah, we've joined the cast of True Blood. I don't know. So I was watching this anime recently where this guy he's a pro gamer and like esports, and like so he's optimized his life so that he doesn't really have to do anything except game, right? And and so one of the things he's optimized.
Sienna, you're really quiet.
What?
What?
Oh, it's
Sienna, you're
Can
really
you-
quiet.
oh.
What? Can you
Oh.
hear me?
I thought I heard someone like responding to Rebecca like at a whisper. And I thought
I
it
was
you,
not
Sienna.
speaking.
Was it me?
Weird.
I was rearranging my my
Okay,
screen.
my
It's
headphones
not-
might be haunted. You know, there's a ghost in my house, so it's whatever.
Possible.
Anyway, continue.
So
Cool.
yeah, so the guy, he has optimized eating, right? And so he gets curry, like so this is Japanese, right? So he's got this Japanese curry, which I love, but I hate how he eats it because they have curry sauces instead of it being like the roux powder. It's like it's roux sauce, and he just drinks it
Gross.
Okay.
with a straw. It's a box, and he
Ew,
sticks
with a straw.
sticks a straw into the box and drinks the curry. And so like I can't get that image out of my head. And so when I saw Shannon with that, before I realized it was a fork, I thought it was a straw. After the blood part, my head went curry. It's like, no, it can't be.
I mean, I've streamlined eating to the point where it's just blood.
Yeah, you just drink the blood directly.
I'm a lamprey.
Horrifying.
Or a mosquito.
Also horrifying. Or a vampire.
We talked about haunted headphones. Did I ever tell y'all about the time that me and my one friend saw a ghost? Except I saw.
You only have one other friend?
Yeah, my one friend. None of us are friends.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like we like hang out, we game every week, and we like have known each other for like 10 years.
We're just casual
and do Christmases and
acquaintances.
stuff. We're not.
Yeah.
We're just casual acquaintances, exactly. But one of my friends, who is also super into ghosts and paranormal, did I ever tell y'all about the one time where, like, I don't know, we were like doing ghost stuff, so we like decided to go to a cemetery, and we both saw the apparition of a ghost, except I saw
and
the
bottom.
upper half,
I think
and she saw the lower half.
I do remember this.
I think that's
like
probably my weirdest experience I've had, but also the one that like tells me, oh yeah, it's valid. We both saw it at the same time, but we saw it at different halves. Anyway, I really want to go back. Yeah, I really want to go back and see if I can find like I don't know, like any information on like, because I think it's like it's a cemetery in Manalapan. And apparently it was like the site of Revolutionary War. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe did somebody get like shot at by a cannon and then like separated in half?
Yeah, that's how cannons work. Yeah.
Bisected.
Anyway, I wanted to, I don't know, do some research and see like if I can check out some of the headstones
I wonder what
around
that says
area.
about you. Like if you see the top half or bottom half.
Like right brain, left brain.
Yeah.
If you could choose one half of your son, which one would you choose?
I'm sorry, what?
It's like
It's like Willy Wonka.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a Johnny Depp one, but yeah, I saw the head and upper body of a ghost, and my other friend saw the bottom half of the body, legs, just walking.
As you do.
It was wild. Sorry, I took us on
A
a
journey.
trip. It was a journey.
Sienna,
Dad ghosts and shit.
Okay.
you ready?
Yes. I am now ready.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we are going to retcon a little bit because I did not explain this place as well as I had meant to the first time around. So as you guys, so when you guys were led back towards the soggy lantern, those few
This is when
those
we
few
first arrived.
when you first
Okay.
arrived, I want to redo that conversation because I was not prepared for it, and we did not remember what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to move y'all there.
You have not moved us.
I'm working
Okay.
on it. My mouse is moving very slowly,
Fun.
which is great.
Where am I? Oh, I'm in the other room. Okay. Should we be in the other room?
Yeah, go back to the bar area.
Oh, look, there's patrons. We're not alone.
Yeah, I would say pretend most of those guys are not
Oh.
there. That's...
You could make them not there.
Yeah, I know.
The bees!
Okay. So, we have... So, this general, dismisses all of the other soldiers and, turns to you all, and says, all right, we know your intentions are true, but we need to have a talk. No, we need to be able to know who you are. My name is General Braxis, and this is the Way of Stone. We are a group of monks and fighters who are just trying to get back to the one who taught us how to be stoic as stone. And you are?
Tired and hungry. I'm sorry, the way that you said that just...
Hello, tired and
You
hungry.
all.
makes
Hello,
me
tired and hungry.
tired and hungry. Sahara Shiawata from Heaven's Cave.
Estrella, thinks about her face for a moment.
Yeah, remembering that you have
Yes,
this mood.
but also
mark
remembering
paint.
once again that the face paint is about moods, not about truth.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
she can say whatever name she wants. It has nothing to do with her mood. And so she says,
Lying mood.
my name is... God. I always come up with old lady names for some reason. Hold on.
Ebony Ravenbench away.
Yeah, right. I wish I was as good as Emily at coming up with random names like she does as Callie.
Just start just studying them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
My name is no, definitely not that.
What were you going to say?
Yeah,
Now
what
you
So
have
was
to
it?
say
the
it.
first old lady name that I came up with was Jillian, which is not that bad. The second name I came up with was the name of one of the characters from our campaign, which is actually from my book, Odette. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to use that. And so then my third thought was Gillette. Like the razor.
Gillette.
Yeah, fine.
I like Gillette.
Yeah, so not that. Yes.
Gertrude.
What?
Gertrude. Or Gertie.
Not. I need a non-old lady name. Estrella is cool. She would have cool names. Like
Carla.
I've used Carla before.
Carla?
I know. That's why I said it.
Yeah, Carla's the closest to a
Vanessa.
cool name. Yeah, like Vanessa.
I don't they call Carla a cool name. No offense.
Veronica Sawyer.
Anyone
He's
named
your
Carla.
lawyer.
Wow.
Is that from something?
Yeah, it's
Look that
from-
up.
I don't think that's the name, though, but that's what I immediately thought of. It's from Netsty Classic.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
That's the name, isn't it?
Is
Is
it?
it?
I don't remember.
It sounded right.
Veronicas from-
It sounds exactly like what it would be.
It was
but-
something Sawyer. It might not have been Veronica.
something Sawyer.
I don't remember. You might be thinking of Veronica Mars, who was also a lawyer. not a lawyer. No, she was a She was like a teenager, but
Pick a name.
my name is Vanessa.
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 Vanessa Freddy.
Yeah, Vanessa.
Vanessa Freddy?
Freddy. What?
From Five Nights at Freddy's.
I know.
My name is Vanessa Lafrel.
That's why I was saying Vanessa like that from the TikToks.
I don't know the
You
TikTok.
just have to come up with they're just random names, and anytime we're like, what's the name of this NPC? It's like, oh, go down the list and then pick one. You just need to do that, but like for your character.
Yeah. I just freeze up and then forget names, English names,
Except of the elderly.
except of the elderly. Yes. I've also run out of room to write this stuff down.
On your single piece of paper.
Correct. Who am I talking to? Braxius. Okay. I can, I'll get a list. I'll make a list of cooler names, and then I can just go off of that.
Make a list.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool
that's a
name
team leader.
list.
Got like a really cool nickname, and then I found out that there's a character with the same exact nickname in Critical Role.
What name?
Veronica Torres, but she goes by Vex. And then there's Vexalia from Critical Role.
Sure.
It's fine.
There
is no such thing as.
There
It's the
are
character
more. You can have the same name as someone. In fact.
Yeah, but this is also the same character.
That broke Kate, apparently.
Before Arcade came out, literally is Vi. I'm pretty sure I told you about that.
You
scene.
did.
I
You
said
told me
like,
about
look,
it.
this is my
You
outfit.
did.
Like from like 28, not
Yeah.
8, I don't know.
You did.
It was like a year before Arcade came out.
Kate, you good?
No, I don't know why I found that really funny.
But it's so like, isn't it crazy how similar it is?
I was laughing at what Rebecca said.
What?
Oh.
You can, in fact, have the same name.
There can only
I'm
be
really
one.
run down. You know that feeling, like when you're about to get really sick, but you're not. I have that feeling of being sick, but no illness. Like it's just the rundownness. So I'm just like tired and like out of it.
That's life.
How I've been feeling for the last
Life.
I feel that though. Yeah.
Anywho.
But
Did you try
Cade,
drink
we'll
stew?
say Cade's name. Cade Gladwin. Almost forgot
And-
his last name for a second.
I didn't know
Drinking
Kate's
soup?
last name. That is new information to me.
Yep.
Surprise.
That is their name.
I don't know if it's
I wasn't
They've
keeping
said
it a
it
secret.
before.
I don't know
Okay.
if we have. Because I've
was
never
like,
said
"Can
my
I say
last
that?"
name before.
I don't think I was intentionally keeping it
Yeah,
secret.
neither was-
Just like, you
Well,
know.
I was intentionally keeping my family name secret, but I do want to point out Lafrel is the last name that Estrella uses every time she's asked for a last name. That is a thing. So, Lafrel is the last name that you know.
Good to know.
What?
Somebody's gonna catch on and be, wow, there's so many Lafrel sisters.
Yeah, it's a big family.
They're all
Hey, there's a lot of Sunnies. Why can't there be a lot of Lafrels?
There you go.
True.
So, Vanessa Lafrel.
What?
No, just ignore me.
It's nice to meet you all. And Mila,
That was name.
Is it?
Mila, like, introduces herself. Monty says, "Hi, I'm Monty."
I'm Paul.
And
I was just about to say that.
yeah, that is what it.
Yeah.
Yep. Hi, I'm Paul. Hi, I'm Monty. And Ruby is just kind of
And what does
doesn't know how to
Dog do?
express. And Dog just sits.
Good dog. Good dog.
Just sits and it kind of looks up at you and looks at
Estrella just pats his head. Good dog. Good dog.
What about Harold the horse?
Harold's in a bag.
They're in your Pokeball.
I know. We have a zoo. I'm just messing with you.
But and she goes, and Braxis goes, right, and what brings you to Humble Island?
Humble Island?
Humble is a word. We followed a tunnel and got here somehow. We are looking to aid the god. Do I want to just say that out loud? We are here to re-establish relations with between the Dark Isles and the mainland through our tunnel that we found.
I don't know whether to make me even do a deception check on that because of how ridiculous.
How does that sound ridiculous? We're reestablishing relations between. Yeah, no, they've lost contact. The mainland is concerned about having lost contact with your people, and there's a lot going on right now, and we were concerned, as I said, and so we were sent as an independent party to investigate and see if y'all were okay.
Right, well, this part of the Dark Islands has not had contact with the mainland for about... I realized that I made this time, the world that we are living in, way too... during our time off, I was thinking about this. Mm-hmm. I said that Lila was 9,000 years old. I do have that therefore, this world is at least 9,000. I have to... I've come to my senses. It's 900, at least. I cannot do 9,000. It doesn't work for my head.
Wait, why 9,900? Just
what?
Oh, it's because she's supposed to be a very old elf, and that would be how old this world is. At least.
Okay.
I mean, it's your world. You could also decide, elves live to be about 1,000 versus 10,000.
Yeah. That's just it. That's what I've kind of.
Yeah,
decided.
I mean, in my world, I think in actual D&D lore, it's 1,000 is normal for elves.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking, and I was like, I cannot say 9,000. That is ridiculous. I've thought about it more and more.
Okay, I can cross out a 0.
Certain classes where
you can cross out a 0
I
there.
Think this doesn't break the timeline otherwise.
So
I have, something along the lines of 1,100 years worth of history written down. So it's at least 1,100.
Okay.
I think.
And so Braxa says, right, this part of the Dark Isles has not had contact with the mainland for about 900 years.
Oh, well, yes, so obviously I am not 900 years old, but we were not necessarily aware of where in the Dark Isles this particular tunnel would let out. We just knew, we had heard, we had read, sources had said that the tunnel would lead us to the Dark Isles, and so we went to investigate, not knowing that there was a specific island that was not part of the main island, as you put it. So that's, new information, as it were. So, are you in contact with the Dark Isle, the one that has had contact with the mainland. It seems to be not, also not particularly forthright with the communication as your island, but perhaps more so than you are, I suppose.
Well, we've been out of contact with.
I don't know what I'm saying either.
Here, do you want me to bring us to a map so you could make it a little easier to discuss?
Just confused.
Yeah.
Because
I just don't know that my brain processed any
I
of the
don't know
words
that
Rebecca just
Rebecca's
said.
brain processed what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is, we knew this would come to a Dark Island, didn't know which Dark Island. We were trying to contact the main Dark Island. Do you have contact with it? Like, that's what I said, basically tried to say.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So, and she goes, well, no, we haven't had contact with the volcano since.
The volcano.
For about.
Volcano.
Yes,
That's what you call it.
The top part of the Dark Islands is made of it's 2 islands that in the middle volcano.
Interesting.
And we haven't had contact with anything going on there. Not that we've had a lot anyway, but
aren't you bored?
Felt enough. What?
Well, you just said you don't have contact with the mainland. You don't have contact with the other Dark Islands. It's just a very enclosed community. It's not boring. Don't you just get annoyed? You can't hide anything from anyone, and you don't talk. Yeah, sure. And you don't talk to anyone outside. This is, pardon me, but this is starting to feel like a cult.
I was just about to say.
Oh dear.
Everyone is free to leave if they want. The tunnels are there.
Well, they were kind of hard to get through.
We're all in service. We're all trying to work towards serving something greater than ourselves. And people are free to come and go as they please.
But you just said they don't. And that's,
a lot of people. Some people do.
So then you have contact, is what you're saying. If some people do.
That's how we learn. That's how we learn bits and pieces.
So you do have contact with the mainland. You have not been isolated for 900 years, is what you're saying.
Right, I think there was just some miscommunication. No. We hear. That's how we hear bits and pieces of what's going on in the world, but not a lot of people find us here.
Right.
The seas are choppy and best.
Yeah.
The peninsula to get through the peninsula before all of the devastation, and all of the it was very treacherous. So not a lot of people made it over here, and well, there wasn't much here but crystals and hot water. So
right, what a lovely place to settle down. So you're somehow self-sufficient despite that. Okay.
Right, well, the bees, they help with that. We can grow a lot of food here.
The bees.
And kind of points to the...
Right, and then we have a whole conversation about the bees again. Sure, we can skip past that.
The bees
and
their
bees
knees.
or whatever.
Bees?
The glow bees. Glow bees?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, the glow bees. The UV bees.
UV bees, that's right.
Oh,
specifically.
Sorry.
They are no. They are all glow bees, but these are UV bees.
Oh, okay. They're like a subspecies.
Yeah,
Or
just like the other ones are blue bees.
Yeah.
Are any of them birds?
Are any of them what?
What?
Burt's bees?
Birds?
Yeah, we just find out,
Maybe.
we get to the end of the campaign, and there's just some guy named Bert is like the god of the bees. We have to go get his help.
Yeah. God damn it! How do you guys keep figuring out my big bad?
Are they teach preschool?
I don't know what to do anymore. I give up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we have the whole conversation about the bees. I realize yes, they probably used bugs for some sort of protein, but the grilled cheese that you ate, Sahara, it was cashew cheese.
There you
That's
go.
like that's a vegan version of
So
Not a
not
bug version.
Bug cheese.
not a bug version.
I don't think-
just
yeah.
because
Okay.
that grosses me out.
Estrella is willing to eat cashew, so Estrella does not need to starve herself. That is the good news.
They have like fruits and vegetables. They have like
there are non-animal there are non-animal protein like that exists.
Yes.
Like edamame.
oh yeah. I'm not saying that they and you know.
I guess
protein
Estrella.
in
I guess
themselves,
last
but-
time I did say Estrella just doesn't trust these people because they're
They eat
too
bugs.
honest and they eat bugs, which I know is an insane
Too honest
thing.
and eat bugs.
But
I would like to point out that I have not made you even roll a deception check for
that's
these
true.
people.
I guess they're too trusting too. I don't know. Estrella just does not like it here. We've established this, but at least they're not eating all the bugs. So maybe she likes it a little bit more than before. But the fact of the matter is, she does not like places where she can't hide. It's kind of her whole deal. So
Well, there's plenty of places to just be alone with yourself if that's what you're looking for.
that's not
A lot of also what we
Yeah.
kind of do here. It's a lot of introspection and
well. I didn't say that out loud for the record, but yeah, sure.
then
Well,
never mind.
She's just very
but
suspicious of this place. I, Rebecca, understand that that's maybe not warranted. It's just Estrella not liking the idea of not being able to hide her emotions. And also that they made her reveal her last name. She is unhappy. But then they don't know that that's what they made her reveal because she was able to lie about her last name just now. So it's not like they know what she revealed. So that she knows of. But anyway.
Yeah, so in the I'm gonna move you guys back to the
Yeah. So how much is retconned? Is like the
This is just like the night before, like what the first night you got there.
I think we're just having
any of
we're just redoing the conversation with a
more
general-
in-depth
or- yeah.
conversation.
So it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
as much
'cause I wasn't
retconning as just doing a flashback to something we didn't do.
Yeah, I just didn't prepare as much as I should have to have that conversation in the time that we did. So,
So
we're having it now.
yeah. So
So and the bartender is still here. She gets you your food and stuff. Angelina, and she still has you were asking about Estrella. Like she still looks angry at times and looks annoyed
mm-hmm.
with how things are going on.
Mm-hmm.
And at a certain point, the general, unless there's any questions in particular, she. Wait, so you guys said you were just here to reestablish connection.
I did say that.
I
mean, my compatriots are absolutely free to not lie, but that's what Estrella says. So.
I think that
Kate, I think you're muted.
We need to get to this.
What are we here for?
We are here to. That's a great question. I've already forgotten. Something about the god.
Aren't we just trying to find passage?
Yeah, we want to.
So
we've lost contact with the main Dark Isle, the larger one, which we
So, okay.
which
You want me to
we've
recap
lost contact with
what's going on?
Horta.
John says that we have to help Horta,
Yeah.
right? Because Horta's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you guys know is that as far as like humanity goes, they have lost contact. You guys would all know this. The Dark Isles is a mine.
Yeah.
It's a mithril
Yeah.
mine.
The other
and-
Dark Isle, I guess.
Yeah, the main part. Here, I guess I should now, if we're gonna have this discussion, I should bring us back.
Yeah, I remember that
So-
when all the stuff went down, like, we lost contact with the Dark Isles. We, as in
Yes.
the mainland, lost
This part
contact
of
with
the Dark Isles.
with the mining part of the Dark Isles.
Yes. And that's what you learned from, like, the higher-ups and of the government and things of this world. What you guys have learned from the gods, mainly just being
Monty's in the wrong place.
Yhanam, he is in the wrong place. He's supposed to signify you guys, I think. So
No, we just left him
he should
behind.
actually be here.
Monty he's just very powerful.
Yeah, Monty can.
And
Monty is the key to everything.
I had a feeling.
So when you guys were here, Yhanam Bry told you that she was really worried about Horta, one of the gods that she told you was in the Dark Isles. That's her. Remember, all the gods are imprisoned. And you guys were able to free Yhanam Bry from hers. And she said that she could not feel much from
Right.
From Horta, and that she was really worried about them and really scared. And so she asked you guys to check on her. And so that is what has brought you here. You were hoping the tunnel would take you actually to the Dark Isles, but unfortunately it took you instead to this southern little tiny island in the Dark Isles, which is a thermal mine full of like crystals and gems and things like that. It was like dark and kind of nice and warm and toasty when you were walking through the mines, but any light that there was, any like candled lanterns, you saw like would glitter off of the different crystals hanging and encased in the walls of this mine.
Mm-hmm.
And so at some point in the past it was probably like an actual gem mine, but it has since been
900 years
no longer
ago,
used,
apparently.
apparently.
Yeah, so... Okay, so, yeah. I mean...
Why would Estrella just make that up?
make up that we're in...
What did you say we were trying to do?
Said we were trying to reestablish contact, which is not a lie. I mean, that...
Sure.
Like, I just didn't tell the whole truth. I said we were trying to reestablish contact. We went through the tunnel thinking we'd get to the main island, but we didn't know where we would end up. We ended up here, and that's interesting. Like, that's basically what I said. I just...
Okay.
I did... The only place that was a lie was when I said, like... I mean, I just left out the part about the reason
That's
that we're
fine.
trying to make... Like, I made it sound like we were part of, like... the government or something of the mainland, kind of like that we were asked to do this as opposed to being emissaries of the gods, because I don't know how, like, I don't want to just throw that out there when people are iffy about the gods and stuff. I realize in not retrospect, but in the opposite of retrospect, whatever forward spect, that they're chill with the god, but at this moment Estrella wouldn't know that. And also, she doesn't like them, so she's not going to give them all the details. But
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, but I think she will say, she is going to ask. She's just going to say, so, I assume we have a conversation about how do we get to the other island, the boat thing, so we find that all out, yeah? That's in there. And then she's going to say...
But, okay, so you still ask for just
passage.
You still keep up this ruse? Does nobody...
Yeah, I mean, I guess up to you guys if you want to mention the real reason we're here. Or perhaps just ask about the god without telling them that we are emissaries of the god.
Yeah, last time, didn't, like, somebody, like, bring it up and they were like, oh,
Shan, you are
Shan
breaking up. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea what you just said.
Shan, you were like,
we love stuff like
Yeah, there was a lot of sounds just occurred.
Is it better?
No, your
video is
frozen
completely
for me,
frozen.
too.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, I heard that clearly.
Well, that's a good moment to actually go check my eye in the mirror, because I feel like I have an eyelash in there, so I will be right back.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess I'll just say...
what they were trying to say.
Yeah, I have no idea what Shannon was saying, so I'm gonna say something, I guess. So, just out of curiosity, do you know what's going on? Since you do or do not have contact with the mainland, maybe, who knows? Do you know what has happened recently?
Oh, I didn't... I realized I didn't give you a full answer.
Mm-hmm.
She does say, we haven't had contact with them. Well, we haven't had real contact with mainland for about 900 years, but we've had feelings and heard whispers and
had feelings.
Sent spies.
You've sent spies? Why are you spying on the mainland? What does that mean?
Not the mainland. Not the mainland. The volcano.
Oh, okay, we're back on that topic, I see. So you don't contact the volcano,
Yeah.
you don't contact the real mainland. Once again.
They don't contact the mainland. People sometimes find them.
Mm-hmm. How?
Sometimes people have...
do they find you?
They get lost on a boat.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you asked that, and Angelina pipes up and goes, "Oh, well, sometimes there's, like, really crazy storms around here, and, it's reason that, like, no one ever goes here, because there's really bad storms.
Mm-hmm.
I got caught in one, and, ended up on the shores.
And decided
didn't know how I
never
survived.
to leave.
And,
just...
well... yeah. I had made my choice before that.
Fascinating.
I was just lucky that there was a second chance to do something right.
Well, okay.
Because you remember they were
Protector.
like, they defected from the protectors.
Yeah. Right. I suppose. And Estrella just kind of gets quiet at that because, like, obviously she understands that to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Right. Yes. So. Okay, well, that doesn't help us very much with our, what we need to figure out. But,
you asked... Oh, wait. You were gonna ask about... You were asking, like, you've had feelings.
Yeah, what do you mean you've had feelings? What,
Well, we've always been influenced by Horta's presence.
Right.
And being in a place that melds so much of the elements together, like,
Sure.
talking about this island that you are currently on, allowed us to tap into other parts of ourselves. I mean, look at me. You remember she's a water genasi.
Mm-hmm.
My people were descendants of literal magic and
Right.
Porta's creations.
Oh, were they?
It's a bit of ancestry,
Oh, right,
but
constructs and elements.
it's also a bit of
that. Okay, go on.
yeah, but also it's a bit of the peace and strength I feel in being part of something bigger.
Uh-huh. Sure. Interesting.
And
what exact bigger are you part of when you don't, communicate with the entire rest of the world?
Well, it's mainly trying to aid our strength, our magic, our energy into sustaining what's left of her.
So she's in trouble, is what you're saying?
She's
well, I suppose they're all
dying.
Dying. In what way? How? I thought the gods were, they were asleep, and then there was like a whole thing.
They've just been chipping and picking away, and you see that the very manicured neutralness of the face paint that Braxius is wearing.
Oh, we're talking to okay. I forgot which one we were talking to.
You're talking to Braxius. Sorry. Angelina doesn't have an accent.
Oh, okay.
Braxius has some sort of...
Right, and Braxius is the water one.
Scottish, Irish, English.
I would have gone Scottish, yeah.
I'm trying for Scottish,
I think you're
and it's
somewhere in there.
And you see that the well-manicured neutralness of her face, the mood paint turns bright red. And she says, they've just been picking and chipping away at her for 900 years.
Right.
Of course she's dying.
Well, 900 years is a long time. I would have died much sooner. So, is she dying in the sense that we're all dying eventually? Because 900 years is, just
Cade side eyes Estrella.
Okay, I'm just saying of course she's dying when 900 years have passed is kind of like a, dying feels a lot more imminent, she's gonna die in the next 6 months.
Tell me. So you're having this little... And she goes, tell me, do you think that mithril actually grows in the ground?
Well, I don't really think about mithril much at all, actually, so... I didn't think of it as a plant, so grows is not really the word I would have necessarily used. Yeah, I never really thought about it.
It's her.
Hmm?
It's her. Mithril is forged out of
her.
They are mining water.
She is the mountain?
They are all, you guys would know this, they're all locked in some sort of physical form.
Right. So,
and
like it's a dandruff? What do you mean?
Ew. What?
I'm just saying, how,
You also remember Yana Brai, she was huge.
She was. She wasn't mountain-sized.
No, not mountain-sized,
It was
but
9 feet tall, or 12 feet, I don't remember, but it wasn't that big.
Yeah. And Braxis goes, well, it's not like it comes directly from her, although sometimes it does. The stronger pieces, they need something to forge with.
Are they, flaying her skin? I'm just trying to decide how gross this is.
Yes.
How big is she?
But, so, okay, I'm gonna just explain the process.
Okay.
So, if you actually want to get into this discussion right here, right now, as you guys arrived at 3 a.m. in the tavern,
You know,
we'll get into it right here and now at 3 a.m. in the tavern.
gotta talk about it sometime.
All right. So Braxius goes, so the rest of the world, before getting into it, the rest of the world doesn't actually know what's going on here at all, do they?
Well, no.
Right. Everyone who always comes here is always really surprised. And Angelina goes, yeah, I was surprised too.
Right.
Um,
Sort of what happens when you don't speak to anybody for 900 years.
Not for lack of trying, honestly, but when you're surrounded by dangerous currents and
There's a tunnel.
there is a tunnel.
Yeah.
They tried that for a while and then they got dangerous too.
Okay.
And then nobody came through. Hey, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And so Braxius goes on to explain that for as long as the gods have been like imprisoned, which is about 900 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been.
It's actually 1,000 years according to my notes.
It's 1,000 years. There we go. Yeah, that would make sense because it's not like Lila was a young elf.
They awoke 900 years ago. Wait, what?
Wait, no?
That?
You sure it's not months ago?
Wait. Oh!
It's been about a year
Sorry,
and a half.
I'm misreading what I was saying. Yes. Sorry. Never mind. Ignore me. It was 900
So
years
they
ago.
were.
Yes.
So they were put to sleep or imprisoned.
The stupid way I wrote my notes was confusing.
About 900 to 1,000 years ago. And the way that Porta was imprisoned was she was fully anchored in her entire form to the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow affixed to they don't necessarily know either. It's been years. And they don't know everything because like they said, they haven't had contact, so they don't know everything that's going on. They've just gotten little bits and pieces because they've sent like spies and they've tried to uncover.
Mm-hmm.
And some people have defected from there and like come over, and they have been chipping away at her for all of that time physically, but it's not just it's like because it's a whole volcano, she kind of like her blood kind of runs into the like molten lava, and then so yes, there are streaks of mithril in this volcano, but it's because it is made from her
essence.
Exactly.
So I'm still. Is she the volcano?
Yes, but it's more of the volcano is a volcano.
Yeah.
It's its own place, but it was.
This is like one of your classic like Earth gods, where if you take from the Earth, it hurts the god kind of thing. Like, is that what we? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like literally that's it. It's a physical body. It's just yeah.
Well,
Thanks,
she
Mark.
does have a physical body, but
Oh God.
because they all have physical like forms. Wait, what?
It's good. It's good. I guess we can read that because it doesn't come up on stream, but for the record, it says it's Mark's resub. At this 8 months. At this point, my ankles are pretty swollen with the sub baby, ready for it to finally be here next month. I'm picking out names and leaning toward Mark for nostalgia. Good.
I think that's a great name.
And
we appreciate your resub.
What was I saying?
We were talking about the land as a god situation. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So she does have a physical body because they all have some sort of like physical form that they can take. It's
more of like a...
But
yeah.
Whereas so because of the nature of being a god, it's one of those things where it's like it's so dangerous to keep. So you know how like gods have vestiges.
Yeah.
Or avatars. Yeah. It would be dangerous to keep all of a god in one place, sort of thing. So whereas Yanam Brai was like separated into like by keeping that winter part of herself separated from the rest of her, she was thrown out of balance, and that was what was keeping her imprisoned. Yeah. Here they've done kind of the opposite. They've brought the entire god together into this place. Which maybe that was what formed the volcano.
I see. Okay, I get it now.
So yes, technically it is veined, like the mithril is veined with the ore is veined within the volcano and the mountain and mountain surrounding it. But it is from her.
So is it like Horcruxes, but not evil? Just gotta split it up because it's too much power in one spot.
Well, that's how these spots are, yes. But typically,
I kind of got it in the bathroom while I was fixing my eyeball, so I'm pretty sure I got everything.
Okay, so
I don't know.
I think I get it. It's definitely, it's one of those, it's your classic sort of earth god situation. I get what you are doing here now. I mean, get what is happening. And Alright,
well, I thought it was pretty original.
No, I mean, I think it's original to concentrate it. But the fact that the ground is, like, that taking from the earth is taking from, like, that part is kind of like a classic. But, like, concentrating it is...
No, I was...
Yeah.
So, again, she explains this, but it's kind of like a... these are bits and pieces that we have accrued over the years. Of, like, what we believe the story to be.
Right.
We know that... And they explain that throughout the whole time, there was a certain amount of time that they could feel her energy. They explain that this is like, again, with the mixing of all the elements here on this island, it's a very like, it's a good place for connecting with Horda's energies. So they have been able to like talk to her and throughout the years. And you would know this, that there were some people that were like, throughout history, that were like kind of labeled as crazy for saying that they could talk to the gods even though they were asleep. And so maybe it wasn't so crazy. But so it wasn't like, they have been completely muted during that time. It was just they tried to mute the gods during that time. And so, like, the people here at the Way of Stone were able to kind of connect, were usually able to connect with Porta, and then eventually it started to dwindle, and then that's when they started to, instead of, like, lean on her power. They started to try and channel their power into sustaining Horta for as long as they could, until they could figure out how to get this to stop, or have the numbers to be able to make the difference. She tells you all that.
Okay. Cool. I don't have anything more to ask right now, I think. Now it's time for me to have an argument with Mila or something and go to bed.
Well, but real quick, she does say, so are you all just in need of passage to get to the volcanoes? I don't know what the miners are even doing anymore, but
yes,
if there are any left.
We are looking to get passage. Interesting that you trust us not to be, making this worse. Feel like, but okay, whatever. Yes.
Well, you stated your intentions pretty clearly.
Sure.
This is the place this is the sacred place of honesty and stability. So
yeah,
it's kind of part of our
right.
Two things that does not have.
So, but what I mean, I'm just, this is just a little bit of advice here, is that I said we were here to establish relations and all of that with the other island, and you've just told us that the other island, is killing a god and all of that. And how do you know we're not, into that? Just, It's a thought, It's the problem with just assuming everybody's being honest all the way. But anyway, that's, my 2 cents. No, we're not here to kill the god, don't worry. We're gonna, give her skin back or something, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Ew!
Oh my god!
Why would you say that?
I missed that. What did you just say?
Said we're gonna give her skin back or something, I don't know.
My
Stella's got her skin back.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, at that, Braxis just goes...
Everyone evacuates the room in horror.
All right, some grilled cashews, please.
Angelina goes, yikes. Okay, Federal's upstairs. I'm off tonight. Good night. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yes.
And, drags the other soldier out with them, and Braxis goes, doesn't say anything. Shakes her head and just says, if there's any information that you need or any supplies you need that we can help you with, I'll be back in the morning and I can help you sort that out if you wish. And just leaves.
I hate that, Mark. Truly.
A
skin dog. Ew.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that either.
Similar to that vein. You know how whenever you go to an aquarium, you see the little kid handprints all over the glass because they gotta get their brand new little hands for everything. I worked with somebody who referred to the prints and stuff that they leave as finger cheese.
Excuse me? Why? At least, see, fur babies is a thing that people say. I don't personally, because it's too cutesy and that's not me. But fur babies is a thing people say. And so skin dogs is obviously the opposite to that. So it makes sense. I hate it, but it makes sense that would be the other side to it. It's the parallel.
Also have skin.
Yeah, but
Fern skin isn't exactly
well, okay,
synonymous.
yeah, I see what you. I guess it means hairless dogs. Fine. Whatever.
Skin dog is better,
Honestly, that does sound better, though.
But a hairless dog is a
Hairless
real
dog's
thing.
better than
So
dog. It is, yeah, exactly. It's the Zolo dog.
sure.
I'm happy.
Anyway, yeah, moving on.
So yeah, then you have that fight,
Then I have the argument, and then I go to bed. And then we get up. Yay!
and then
And then we go and
yeah, so everyone's down here in the morning. This place is populated. It seems that Angelina does some sort of breakfast. Now, and Mila is already down there, and you see that she is, something else actually, as you come down, you kind of notice this. Something else that, Braxius mentions the other night is that there were a lot of people that were not happy when the gods were put to sleep.
sure.
And there were a lot of families who were afraid and affected by it. Or somewhat religious folks that did not believe, but that thought that they'd be, persecuted for still wishing the gods were around. And so there are a fair amount of, families here, too.
900-year-old families, you mean?
Generations.
Yeah, that's a lot of generations. I mean, I don't really know how long elementals live. This is an interesting question. That's a little bit of a
In my
thought
world, it's going to be
experiment here for, elementals. Because wasn't, the whole reason that they wanted to put the gods to sleep was because the gods were like, no, magic. Magic bad. That's for us. And, aren't you just pure magic?
Are you actually asking this question?
Let me first establish with Sienna if I'm remembering correctly or if I'm misreading my notes again. Because I have written down, the gods return, quote, maybe we were wrong, try to take back magic from mortals. Mortals fight back and put gods to sleep. So...
yeah, that's what everybody in the world knows.
Yeah.
But now you're starting to think that, you've since discovered that there's a bit of a
discrepancy. But
isn't
this what
history.
Lila told us? Isn't that where I got this history from?
No.
I could have swore this was Lila telling us this
Wait,
whole
hold
thing.
on. I don't have my notes, so I'm trying to...
I'm
gonna run to the bathroom.
90% sure Lila told us this history, and that's why I have it written down, because I took notes that day on a different piece of paper. This is page 2 of my notes.
Whoa.
I know. So it has its
That's
own
out.
page for the history. So, people get... So I have,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That is the history as everyone knows it.
Including Lila.
The real... No.
But that's what she
the
told
real
us.
Case.
It says Victor's...
No, you were taking
No, because then I
notes
wrote down
on...
the Victor's rewrote history over the next 900 years. So...
Read to me what you say again. What you...
Okay, so I have... Here's the history.
Have?
I have... the gods discovered, then they go back to the other plane, 100 years... they're just chilling, whatever. They go back to the other plane, people get magic, Charlie encourages them to think about why gods control magic, encourage the people, I guess, to think about why the gods control magic. The gods return 100 years later, and they're like, psych, actually, maybe we were wrong to give you magic. So they try to take back the magic from the mortals. The mortals fight back and put the gods to sleep. The gods are imprisoned in their physical forms, can't return to other plane, they're cursed or weakened. Then 900 years passed, victors rewrote history, the realms of creation and the others crashed, the gods awaken, apocalypse, champions, yada yada yada. Now. This is what Lila told us. Unless maybe we were wrong, was referring to something else, but I have it as a direct, it's in quotation marks.
I actually have the recording that gave you all that information, so I have the Lord dumped up. Give me one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think what may have happened, Lila is a liar.
That could be. She does have lie in her name, yeah.
She does.
She is also a little batty, so...
She is batty, for sure.
Because it's like, I think what I got from this was that Charlie was all like, yo, why the gods gotta control everything? We humans should control, or humanoids should control everything. And then gods were like, we can't trust you to do that. You're making a mess of things. Let's just take that a step back, please. Return, thank you. And they're like, no, actually, we control it now.
So that is the story that you have. I know for certain that is the story that you have known all your life, as being reality.
Well, then why do I have victors rewrote history in this story? That implies...
Because you don't have what they rewrote it to.
Yeah, but why would I make that note in the same history document? Piece of paper.
Because we probably talked about it again. Because it had been a long time since my original world building dumped.
But this was...
you hadn't taken notes the first time?
No. This was... we had a whole day, a whole session where you went through the history of the world, and it was... I swear it was from Lila. This was all one... This page I have not touched since then. Like, it was one session's worth of notes, and now I've never touched it again, because every other note goes on one page, as we know. So it wasn't like I took these notes and then added to it. It was all one time. You told us this. So something I wrote down, I understand something I wrote is wrong. I just need to know what I actually know. You know?
Okay, well, I am going to tell you what you actually know.
Because this may change what I said, then.
Okay. What you actually know... Now I'm trying to think if you would even then... Well, you would have learned from Lila. She would have explained it to you. What you actually know is that during that time that the gods... Not when they were sleeping, but just when they went away.
Yeah, I have that.
They weren't out of reach. They were never out of reach. To those who were, like, followers or wanted to study the ways of the gods, were always able to reach them.
Sure.
So those seeds of doubt that Charlie was planting were the things that... were exactly what they were lies.
Right.
He was planting those seeds of doubt so that okay, so I realized it. Yes. It was that first detail because the rest is correct.
Okay.
The gods came back and it was less of a we don't we don't trust you anymore. But it was also like, well, you're not completely without magic because it's been a couple, 100 years. There have been people practicing magic. There have been sorcerers at this point. Like, it's not like magic can be completely erased. So they were like, we're just going to take away, like, some other abilities. Like, warlocks wouldn't necessarily get anything. Like, their patrons were pulling back. And that was what caused the uproar. It was then able to be twisted that they were just trying to control them and that they knew that humanity knows what it's doing by now.
Right. Okay, so what I said wasn't wrong.
No, you weren't wrong. It was just you had some details missing.
Okay. So then... I guess I rescind my question, even though I think part of the question I was asking wasn't based on Estrell's actual knowledge. It was based on the fake knowledge, like, on purpose, just to see what they would say. But I think I'll just rescind the question and move on. I've already forgotten what it was anyway, so...
But yeah, so you see that this place does actually have, like, some generations of people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it would have to over 900 years for it to sustain itself. Yeah. Unless they're all elves, I guess.
No, most of them are, like, Genasi, and just straight up elementals.
Which, again, I have no idea how long those live, so I guess it could...
We're gonna say they live longer than a typical human.
Sure.
But, I would say an elemental lives really long, but, like, a Genasi...
I'm looking it up. A Genasi lives a number of years. They walk 30 feet.
Oh.
Hold on. Where...
lives a number of years and walks 30 feet.
So
it doesn't tell me anything about how long they lived in the description. Forever. The answer is forever, apparently.
In this world, I think elementals are more like elves, and Genasi are like half-elves.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So they live longer than, like, just the average human, but not as long as, like, an elf.
Huh.
So you see that, like, it's not, like, a lot of generations, because they do live longer than most, but it is still, you see, as you're, like, walking around here throughout the day now, you see, like, some generations of people, and when you came down to breakfast, you saw, that there was, like, actually not a family, there was, like, a group of, like,
120 years.
Sorry,
that's the...
What?
120 years is just by the books. I'm not saying you have to go by
120
that.
years.
That's
I'd say that's actually... You know what? That's for a Genasi.
Yeah. I haven't looked up elemental. I guess elemental's probably not going to show up because it's not like a race.
Playable race.
Yeah.
But, I would say, yeah, 100... 120, 150, whatever.
I said
whatever
120.
You just said. 120.
Yeah.
That sounds accurate for what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, the elementals are a monster, not a race, because the Genasi are the elemental race. So I can't get you numbers on that, but
no, I know. Well, in my world, elementals, it's more like
less
elf.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Anyway.
And but Genasi are more like what you just said. So you come down for breakfast, and I had said that Mila got up early and went downstairs already, and you do see that there is a table of, like, young teenagers sitting at one of these tables, and you see that Mila is actually sitting down with them.
Cute.
I keep one
they
eye.
seem to be having
good.
They
the children
seem to
are
be
bonding.
laughing.
I just keep one. I let her do that, but I keep one eye on the teens, just like in case they, like, try anything. Not saying that they will or that she suspects anything, but yeah.
We're gonna say she's sitting here. Praxis is. Praxis said that she'd be waiting for you, so she's hanging out at the bar.
Oh, she did. So is she taking us to the boats? And to Cali and all of that? That's still happening, right?
Yeah, she comes down to tell you that, like, if you needed any supplies for your journey, she would be able to.
Right.
And she already tells you where to find the market, where to find the docks if you want to check out the boat that they have. They don't have a lot, but they can give you something. If you need any resources on how to traverse the land, so once they open up about how they feel about the gods, do you explain, or do you just say the thing about how you're not going to kill the god? You're just going to put her skin back on or something like that.
I feel like that does it's quite an explanation. I feel like it warrants a question from them, but sure.
Well, yeah. If we're gonna, do you actually say that?
Yeah, I said it. So sure.
All right.
Said it in voice.
I think she just goes. But do you? So you say the thing about we're not going to kill your god. We're just going to put her skin back on, or whatever it was.
Yeah, something like that. Sure.
And she goes,
well, no, because I was in the middle of giving advice about trusting people too easily. That was her point, but then she's like, but just so you know, like, yeah, we're not gonna, but we're here to, like, put her skin back on, but just, you can't assume that. Well, I did say that last night, and she just left. She had nothing to say to me about that.
She was in shock. Yeah. So she sees you guys come down.
You start to speak.
When Mila is, like, when you guys come back down, because remember, the stairs are actually here, up at the top. And, so Mila, like, waves to you, but it, like, keeps talking, unless you were to, like, beckon her over.
Oh, well, obviously I'm not.
I meant Sahara.
I know.
And Braxius, sees you guys come down and says, right, so, I am a little concerned about what you had said last night. We can tell your intentions are good. Can you just tell us what you're here for?
But how can you...
It will help us better...
But how can you tell our intentions are good? They are, but, like, how? My emotions are good. It's not the same as my intentions. Sometimes people get a lot of joy out of being bad.
I've never met a Crimson Heel willing to cross to the Dark Isles.
At that, she just looks for a moment.
Cade manifests a bucket of popcorn.
Zahara,
I believe I did say my last name was Lafrel.
I know.
Which one do you know of the Crimson Heels?
What do you mean?
If you've never met a Crimson Heel who had... you're not saying you've never met a Crimson Heel, you're saying you've never met a Crimson Heel who has traversed. So that implies you've met a Crimson Heel. When would a Crimson Heel have come here?
Maybe not me, but there's mention of you in the books. Your lot
okay.
In the books.
Your lot.
That's what I meant to say.
They are not my lot. And I don't take kindly to you implying that they are.
No, hold on. Wait. She actually says, there's a lot of mention of you lot in those books.
Yeah, they're...
Not your lot anymore.
Once again, not my lot.
No, and she corrects herself before you
Yes.
says, "Not your lot anymore."
I don't like this place. I want to leave. But fine. What
Right, well,
books?
not to that way.
Books? What books? What books? What books are their lot mentioned in?
Well, your family line goes back quite a ways.
Yes, I'm quite. The world is quite aware of their family line being old.
And there have been some who tried to tame sorcery over the ground, and it's just never takes.
Right.
So I've never seen one with good intentions cross into the Dark
You
Isles.
did just say you've never seen one, period. So.
Well, I've never seen one.
Sure,
You know.
but.
The royal. When I'm speaking of this, it's like the royal. It's like.
You're saying the royal
I, the royal
yeah.
eye. You know. We've never seen. Pretend
yeah,
they're all weeds.
Yeah. Okay. But she's still gonna say, okay, I don't see how that's relevant to what I said before, but.
Wait, why? What did you say before?
I said, why would you assume our intentions are good? And then you said, because I've never seen a Crimson Heel. We've never seen a Crimson Heel who would be willing to go to the Dark Isles. And it's like, okay, but that doesn't mean that my intentions are good just because I'm the first one willing to take the risk. I'm just saying it's, what books?
Damn.
We're pausing.
And on that note, give me 1 second.
Okay. So how are your days?
Damn. Look at my mug.
Your mug?
The Switch. What does it say?
Oh,
So it's
Oh,
Christmassy.
no, the fancy feast.
What?
I thought it
Oh.
said the fancy feast.
Hold on, what does it say?
So it's a Christmas mug. So
Oh.
it says stuff like
The festive feast.
I thought it
8
said the
nights
fancy.
of lights. Reindeer. That's so cute.
That is very cute. Okay, I'm back. She goes. And also, I said books.
Yes.
Scrolls.
Okay. Then I high-pitchedly say what, in the middle of my sentence, what scrolls instead of what books, I guess.
And she goes, huh. Well, we can tell your intentions are good.
My intentions are rarely
because...
good. Well, how about that? At best, they're neutral.
Let's just say it's just something we know.
I hate it here. Where are these scrolls?
And the scrolls, well, they're in the Mesa. I believe that's what I called it. You're all welcome to take a look at our archives, our maps of what we have.
Right. Well,
and check out the docks.
Yeah, no.
Are you really here? And she pointedly looks towards Cade and Zahara, who have said very little during the entire encounter with this person.
I think at this point we just kind of like let Estrella just do her thing because there's no stopping her.
Sometimes I don't fully understand where she's going with her sentiments.
Same.
neither do I.
And
Sienna,
and said, yeah.
remind me, we can't see the stars because like it's just all blocked out by like dark clouds, and we can't see the sun, but we can see kind of lighter areas of the sky if the sun's up, or we can't see the sun at all.
It's got to be light somewhere. Right? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's not true.
Yeah, I think you get you know, it's honestly just hard to tell because it's not only that it's dark clouds above, it's also just very foggy in this and steamy in this whole island. So it's like it's hard to see the horizon. Like like if you just look off, like you can see the looming large volcano of the northern Dark Isles. In the like you can see that because it's just a very large figure compared to where you are, but it's like hard to see. Like if you look elsewhere out into the horizon, it's hard to see.
Okay. Zahara wants to go up to Braxis.
Yeah, Braxius.
Yeah, Braxius.
Yeah, you can call me Brax for short.
Okay. Just because I heard Fraxis and Braxis, and then I'm like, wait, oh my god, I think I've been saying it wrong in my head.
It's a B. Braxis. Braxius.
I-U-S.
You can call them Brax. Yeah, you can call them Brax.
Okay. Zahara's gonna say, Brax, are there any, I guess, prominent water currents in the area that we can rely on for transportation or even navigation purposes? It doesn't seem like the stars are going to be much help. And I mean, the placement of the sun might be iffy.
Are you talking about navigation to the other island, to the volcano?
Yeah, to make sure.
You can see that.
Oh, okay.
It's like so I did do some research on this. It's kind of like the distance between some of the islands in Hawaii, where it's like you can see them definitely on a clear day. And on a foggy day, you can kind of see, like, just land, and you maybe can't see much else, but you can tell that there's the presence of another island not that far away.
Gotcha. I was confusing myself, and I thought the volcano was on the island that we were on, and then I was like, wait, no that's not in the map.
There are, I'm just going to say you've learned this as you were talking to Braxius, there are thermal pools, like hot springs.
We did learn that.
Natural hot springs. There are, there's a natural geyser, elemental. And
hold on, back up. Geyser elemental? It's a person who just spits on you?
It's a geyser, but it's
or just into the air?
Who just spits on you?
No, it's mostly a geyser, but it does have sentience. That's more of what it is.
I don't like that.
My mother was a water, and my father was a fire. I don't know.
Is that from that new Disney movie?
It's like that movie was actually really good.
Was it? I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen people say it wasn't good.
Really?
I don't know.
I think it's a lot better than the trailer makes it out to be.
No,
I haven't
seen it either. Watched it.
I think the trailer doesn't give it justice. Like, I mean, I know there's like a lot of like commentary on like the immigrant experience, but there's also a subtle commentary about like ableism and like being like.
I had no idea any of that was in there.
Being like a disabled person trying to navigate like able-bodied like spaces that are not meant to I guess like not built with your consideration with your needs like considered in the architecture. Yeah, I think I'm not good at explaining it. I think like when you see it, you'll get it though. But I thought it was really good, and I thought it was way better than the trailer because the trailer didn't really do anything for me. Not gonna lie. But anyway,
Yeah, I just saw
that's
commentary on
not-
like it be like artists saying it wasn't high quality, like Pixar level art, and
Oh, I thought this was. I think this is Pixar's like most expensive.
Really?
Like
I don't know.
film to
I don't know. This was
Yeah.
before the movie came out. People were talking about this, and then when it came out, I saw exactly 2 articles pass by my news feed saying it was a flop or something like that. But
It was
I
a
also
flop.
saw articles saying that like the Dungeons and Dragons movie was a flop, and that's just silly. I don't.
I think they mean like a flop in the
Yeah,
box
maybe.
office, but not like
Yeah.
with critics.
I don't know. It seemed
think-
to be saying. I don't know. I don't know what it was saying, but
Because I think the Dungeons and Dragons movie did do well with critics, just not in the
Yeah.
box office.
I don't know.
But anyway, Sienna, so all those things that you described, those are on the island that we're going to.
The volcano and the
The
geyser.
guys.
No, the geyser is on the island you are currently on. Hot
Oh.
springs, geysers.
Is the geyser's name
Crystals.
Guy or Sir Guy? Sir Guy?
Sir
Sir Guy.
I honestly haven't named
Well,
it yet,
their
so-
name is now Sir
Like,
Guy.
Sir Guy
Sir Guy.
of the dog
Well-
piles.
It now
Yeah.
is.
I love that.
Sir guy.
Sahara wants to check the archives for currents maps. I know there's a name for it, and it's just not coming in my head.
Yeah,
map
I don't
shows
know
you-
the word for it either.
Yeah,
Water tables.
like the map shows you currents, water table.
Again, Shen, you can
Yeah.
see the mountain. You can see the volcano.
No, I know, but if there's anything,
Okay.
I mean,
like
it's easy
she
to
just wants to be
travel.
prepared.
Okay. I just thought you meant for, like, literally navigating there. Like, you can see your destination. It's just
Not for navigating per se to like figure out where we're going, but more so like, okay, like, oh, we have this current that is going in the opposite direction that we're heading, so we're gonna have to keep that in mind. Or like, oh, here's like some eddies here that could potentially like spin us around. Or oh, whoops, there's
Yeah.
a whirlpool.
Ed and Eddie's.
yeah.
Please.
Yes.
Alright, so, yeah, if you guys want to do info stuff, Mesa.
Cool. Can we?
we'll
Can
say
we
that-
just pretend we went down to check out the dock so that scene actually occurred?
Oh, yeah. That already
Yeah.
happened.
Ooh,
Okay.
and
That happened first.
and bathymetric maps if they exist. I don't know if some are.
Bathymetric.
Bathymetry.
I don't
Is that
think
an
that
F or a
exists.
TH you're saying in there?
Yes.
BATHY.
Bathy metric.
Mitri. That's where you get stuck is the Mitri.
That part I could spell. Okay,
Yeah, it's
cool,
just like
cool.
study of, like, the-
Bathymetrics, got it. Okay.
So, okay, no bathymetric maps.
Probably not.
Damn. Okay, what about
The-
the
the
islands
sea-
that we're going to?
The underseas have not really been explored.
Gotcha. What about the island that we're going to? Like, I want to know if there's any, like, reef, like, treacherous reefs to worry about with, like, getting into, like, nearing the islands, getting into the land. Like, are there any, like...
Well, I'm gonna make you guys roll luck checks for these
Luck
things.
checks or like,
Luck checks to see if they have them.
well,
If they have gained this knowledge at some point.
Is that something that you want us to roll now?
I guess we're going.
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, if you guys are going to the Mesa, is there anybody else?
I'm going to the Mesa. I need to go find. I think I will join you at the Mesa for no particular reason whatsoever.
What was the Mesa again?
The library.
It's like their meeting place.
Oh,
it's like
I thought it was a library.
it is that as well. It's like a meeting place, a common area, library, archives, where like
Mm-hmm.
the grand monks, like the generals, meet and stuff like that. And so
So I will be joining you just for something to do since we can't leave until tomorrow. Right? It was tomorrow. Tomorrow is when we're leaving. Tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Yeah, we still.
I'll go to the Mesa too.
Yeah, you like books.
Mhm.
Don't look at the books I'm looking at.
Right.
There's 3 things that
they're inappropriate. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I know
right.
mine. Well, they're not book
So,
scrolls. Whatever.
Estrella, you do know that yours
Exist.
yours exist. I will say that you walk into the library and there is a soldier, or you walk into the archives and there is a soldier kind of at the front of it, and just says, if you need any help finding what you're looking for, I can help.
Oh,
Just let me know.
we're just looking for.
So-
I mean, they let them ask first. I'm just browsing at the moment.
So basically, Estrella knows that what you're looking for is there.
Yes.
He can give you advantage on finding.
Yes, I realize. I'm just letting them ask first.
No, but as for if Cade wants to know anything, if Zahara wants to know anything, you will probably have to roll luck checks to see if they have gained that information over the years, or if there's anything else that you would like to look up.
Okay.
Estrella, sorry.
So me and Kate
Yes.
are going first?
Yes, so
Okay.
roll your luck check to see if they have ocean current data.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you this right now that
Is that with advantage?
no, because this is just to see if they have acquired this knowledge.
Oh, okay.
It's an
He will help
infinity.
you find them.
It's an infinity. Just kidding, it's 8.
It's an 8. Oh,
Infinite luck.
If you turn it sideways, though, it's an infinity.
8. Yeah, I don't think that haven't had, because there are so many storms in this area, navigation of like ocean currents are very sporadic and often disturbed.
They also don't
so
go anywhere.
there is no real pattern here.
Okay, what about air currents with storms and all that?
Again, because there's so many storms, it's erratic.
Also, all of their knowledge would be 900 years old.
It's the Bermuda Triangle, then.
Yeah, it's not something you can easily predict.
Okay.
Or use to your advantage, unfortunately.
I would like to see then if there is anything on the geography of the island that we're going to, and I guess like
So maps.
the shallow areas around it.
Okay. Give me a luck check for the luck check with advantage for like geography and maps. And then just a luck check for the reefs surrounding it.
Yeah. I guess it'll be like, reefs, sand dunes, etc. Any of the shallow sea. The shelf!
The shelf.
The continental shelf.
The shelf.
The first one is an 11 for the geography.
Okay.
Maps.
Yep.
And what's the second one?
Oh, well, that's a natural 1. I'm not rolling good well today.
They don't have anything on the shelf, on the continental shelf.
Well, we'll see.
You know what? There is no continental shelf.
There is no shelf. It's just
it goes straight into a massive trench.
Well, isn't that
look, we have the island, and then boom, just directly into trench.
And then just trench and trench and trench, and then other islands.
So it's like a plateau in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not really. I was trying to make it.
Oh, no, I know.
The point is, you don't know. It could be.
Harry's like, great, I can't find anything. Oh no.
And as far as for the geography, you do find some. You do find a rough, like
900-year-old
aerial. Yeah, a 900-year-old aerial map of the island.
Okay, cool. I think I also mixed up geography and geology because I wasn't thinking maps. I was thinking like, or I guess it was
Topography.
Geological maps, like the
Like
USGS.
topography.
Yes, that's the word I'm thinking of. Topography.
Topographical.
This map, I will say, has like heights on it,
Okay.
so it's like it's not like a actual topological map.
Oh.
No,
There's so much science.
No, topographical.
Topographical map.
Topological is the thing that I studied.
Yeah.
No. You study topography.
No. See, you've been saying that for so long.
And then
I finally actually just forgot.
Yeah.
Confusing thing is if you take a GIS.
So yes, actually, I will say that it.
Topology and topography.
Does it?
I will say that it is an aerial topographical map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's what I was like thinking of. I couldn't think of the name.
Okay.
And Cade, is there anything that you would like to try and find?
Ow.
Wait, was it topographical or topographic?
Oh dear God.
I'm sorry. I'm writing this down. I want to make sure I got the right thing.
Either one. Topographical map.
Okay.
I think it's graphic.
English is great.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Pretty sure it's topographical.
Google.
Let me look at something.
You know what, Zahara?
Topographic
Whatever.
maps are based on topographical surveys. Both are words.
Yes.
apparently.
Okay.
But it's a
Both are words.
topographic map.
Look, Mark. I don't need it.
It's a fair point.
I don't need
Get
the
me
sass.
from my good side.
Zahara, just give me either a nature or survival check. Just to see if you think of anything as you're looking at these maps that kind of sparks
Joy.
yeah.
Technically, if someone just stood on the edge of this island and just painted a picture of the other island, then it wouldn't be an aerial map.
That's
Yeah, this
Kraken, baby.
this right here. Wait, where is it? There it is. This right here.
There's your non-aerial map.
I could put
No, it's too late. It's aerial.
stuff on this, but I'm not. No. I aerial would make more sense, but I have to try.
We prefer Helvetica over here.
What is happening?
Oh, I would like to also.
Just
Because I
ignored
almost
me.
forgot about this. Wait,
Nothing.
what?
Go on.
I missed it.
It was worthy of ignoring.
Kate appreciated it.
So just while Kate is figuring out if Cade wants to know anything, when you guys walk into the mesa,
The mesa.
you what? You don't like mesas?
What? Well, you said mesa, and I just repeated it.
Mesa,
The
mesa.
mesa.
I didn't mean mesas.
Guys, we are making a mess of this podcast.
This is not a podcast.
Not a podcast. It has a video.
It would be a
to it.
terrible
It's
podcast,
already
honestly.
Clearly not a podcast.
I realized as soon as I said it, I was like, nope,
Yep.
that's not a podcast. It's a stream.
Anywho,
Okay.
we go into the mesa.
As you walk into the mesa, you see a large, you see, like, in the grand hall here, a big portrait of Two portraits, I should say, of two people.
Of Horta and something.
Hold on. I'm working on it.
Domenico, hold on. Let's go to the note sheet. Domenico.
First companion.
God of the body. It's the Gotti!
No,
Domenico's the Gotti!
Oh, no, not the
Yada yada yada.
Gotti, yada, 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 yada.
Of the godly peaks. Made the celestials and demons. The Mosque of the Mighty is their holy landmark. Yeah. See, my note sheet is very helpful.
Good job, proud of you. Yeah, so you see... Oh, these are not the right ones. Sorry, I'm gonna fix that, but... Yes.
I just remembered something about Cade. Are there any, like, clerics here?
Oh, yeah, you do have a cursed item.
Oh, I forgot
yeah.
about that. What was
How many days has it been?
a day?
I don't...
What's the rule with it? It like steals your voice or something?
Yeah, something like
Well,
that.
Kate hasn't been speaking much, so.
Maybe that's why.
Wait, was that it? Like you can't talk, or if you do talk, something happens?
No.
What is it?
I can steal people's voices.
Oh, so it doesn't do anything to you.
But
what's the curse then? Because I remember I joked that it would have been really bad if Estrella had it. Because it did something to you being able to talk, I thought.
Yeah, I think if I steal too many, then something happens to me.
Are you Ursula?
Perhaps.
Oh,
It's kind of gross.
Sing for me. I know that's not Little Mermaid, but.
So, Cade, was there anything in particular that you wanted to know?
Well, wait, is Kate correct that that's what it is? Is that I remember there were like little pearls on there or something like that?
Yeah,
Oh.
so there's pearls.
Yeah.
I
thought you were looking it up, because I did send it to you.
I'm reading it. I don't understand what happens at the end.
Maybe we don't know
So
that.
I can...
What is it?
Do we not know that?
What is it called again? I don't know that Cade knows that, but I think I told Kate. I know I sent it to you on Discord. We
That's what I'm
messaged
looking
on
at.
Discord. Oh, okay.
Because that's how I remembered. Basically, I can steal people's voices and keep them in the pearl.
Mm-hmm. And there's like multiple pearls, right? Or something? Was that it?
Yeah.
But one of them is missing? Is that something? Or it
No, there's
breaks?
already one filled.
There's one filled.
Alright, so I can steal someone's voice 7 times to fill the choker. Yeah, and I can use the voice, like I can pick which voice I want to speak with. Or I can destroy a pearl and give the person their voice back.
Wait, so does the person lose their voice, like, basically
Ariel
once
style.
it's in the pearl?
Yeah.
It stays in there until...
Yeah, I basically am like Ursula.
Yeah.
But after all of the pearls are filled, the curse can set in. Do I know what the curse is, or...
Apparently.
No.
No,
Didn't
okay,
we
so I
message
asked...
about that?
I asked you. This is a message I'm reading. It says, do I know what the curse is? No. The answer is no.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do have that.
That's
somewhere,
why, okay. I was like, I'm confused.
One of the pearls...
What is it called again? Kate, do you have what it's called?
No.
And remind me, one of the pearls was already filled when it was found?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your
But
new voice sound like?
I guess, yeah,
Yeah.
I've never tried talking with it.
I don't think you have.
No.
Can I do that?
I said that I'd let you choose the voice.
Oh. Okay,
The
so it's
first
not
voice.
like...
As in, like, you can speak in this voice, whatever it is.
I didn't know if it was, like, gonna be someone important.
Fair.
I mean, it might still be,
And
but
now you get
I'm
to
gonna let
decide
you
whether they
choose it.
please give them a stupid
I'm
accent.
gonna let you choose.
Do the shrimp from Shark Tale.
This is gonna horribly backfire.
No, do your, like...
To be fair, you gave this power to the least
Yeah, true.
annoying person
It's
to have
very
it, I
true.
feel.
You know it would be obnoxious if
Look,
I had this.
this
I know,
this
it was
item
designed...
was obviously specified for somebody
Yeah,
else.
it was designed for me, but you gotta remember, Estelle not trying on any random necklaces she finds in a dungeon. That's just not happening. She doesn't trust magic.
Well, you could have...
Someone else has to give her the necklace that she trusts, or something like that. Like, that's what would make her put it on, you know? Like,
you can make the
Pluto
Pluto voice.
No, I think
What?
you should do the Brooklyn accent that you said you used to have as a child. The smoker Brooklyn accent.
Jimmy.
I feel like I only really know how to say, like, Italian foods in that
The-
accent these days.
Bring me my
The
cigarette,
make
Jimmy.
Kate's, lunch order.
I smoke a pack a day for 60 years.
God.
That'll destroy your voice
Oh,
box.
yeah.
So I don't recommend doing that.
Yeah, I just reminded myself what the
Curse was. Do we know it's cursed?
what the curse.
It like
I mean, it's
it
attached
was
to
stuck
Kate's
to her
neck,
neck,
and it won't.
to their neck. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like... It's all up in there.
Right. Okay. That just feel a little cursed. Yeah. Okay. I wonder why. I do wonder why there's only 2 gods showing as you're thinking about your voice. Like,
Shall we?
what about the other ones? Do we not care about them?
They're just the ones that we most call upon here.
Interesting.
By the way, Sienna, I did get a natural 20 on that roll that you asked for the survival.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well!
Yeah, I rolled and then I was like, oh, okay, we're going in a different direction, I guess.
What are you surviving right now?
I don't know. Sienna asked me to do a survival / nature check. And
See if you understand this
20.
map.
Right after that nat 1 that I rolled on the
Well,
same die,
that's life for you.
Today.
So, hold on one second.
If any of you get me for Secret Santa, you should get me a new notebook for D&D, and maybe I will take better notes if my notebook didn't look the way it does. Just putting that in the universe that I could use a new D&D notebook that's like a real notebook.
When I start DMing, I'm gonna have a full-on like file box to have.
I just have
for campaign notes and folders
this
in
is why
those
I have
files.
I have a
Okay,
binder
so-
full of folders.
So these paintings were not the finished product. I have different ones to show you guys.
Perhaps I should just have a binder. I'd work better as a binder. Hello.
They aren't that different. But
I like it because I can pull the folders out for different campaigns.
That's nice. See, I mean, I do most of... Oh, hello. You're different.
You're so pretty.
these are what they actually look like.
I see. That's much more intense. Yeah, I mean, I do all of my notes for my campaigns for the most part on my computer, but then I have some sporadic notes throughout this horror show that is this notebook that I've used for 3 separate campaigns at certain times. And again, I just have the back 4 pages are just quotes from my other campaign. So, fish food, not friends. It's from Shark Tank, for example.
From what?
Fish food, not friends. It's from Shark Tank.
Okay.
Okay.
Isn't Dildo Dragons the main character in The Hobbit?
Who said that?
I don't know. I didn't write that down.
That's a amazing. That's an amazing.
It
Oh
sounds
my
like
God.
something Mark would
That's
say, to
hilarious.
be honest.
It's entirely
It does.
possible. It was that campaign.
Mark, was this you?
It feels like it could have been.
Everyone thinks they don't need a pimp, then they get into trouble. I don't know what that means.
Yay.
I think it's because
Sounds like some
when the
weird
sex
shit you would
worker
say.
gets into
None
trouble,
of this
like
is
the
me.
pimp, they're like, kind of help out, and I don't know.
Looks like you've got a
think
one-way
that was-
ticket to Poundsville.
Not Poundstown.
Yep.
Nope, Poundsville.
Poundsville.
Again, that sounds like something
It
you would
wasn't.
say.
Andrew's.
Curiosity.
Most of this is Andrew, I'm guessing. It was
I'm
either
not
Andrew or
surprised.
Taylor is most of this, but
Sienna.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, can I know, is the island that we're going to, or just like the Dark Isles in general, are they a hotspot like Hawaii, or is that something that's maybe important that I don't know right now that may I find out later?
Well, did you miss the whole discussion of what's going on with the god and why that exists there?
I remember hearing about like taking off the god's skin or something like that. I was kind of like I'm trying to fix my eye issue, but I don't know what's happened.
So yes, that was my inspiration. But it's just one volcano. And it may have already existed there, or it may have been formed from when they brought this god together completely on the material plane and and imprisoned her.
Gotcha.
Like that burst of energy. So what that nat 20 gets you is that you think about the fact that it's a volcano. Volcanoes need to have ventilation. They have a lot of ventilation shafts just to let out steam. Sometimes it's lava, sometimes
I
it's steam.
literally see like the image in my mind from like science class, like the with the ones at the top, and then here's like a little offshoot. I see it.
Sometimes there are little pockets.
Yeah.
And then of course there's the caldera. So you're thinking about this, and you realize that there are a couple of different ways to approach this once you get past the water voyage.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on the other island. There are a few ways to approach this. You could scale the volcano and enter through the caldera somehow. You could hope to find a vent as you're scaling the volcano, and hope that lava doesn't spew out at some point. And that you could potentially, but if you were to find one of these vents, you could potentially maneuver your way down to the base, the lava basin of the volcano. Because as you look at this aerial map, at this topographic map, you see that it's a 900-year-old map, so it's not necessarily accurate to today. But you can see that there's some sort of, well, I guess it's not actually, it's not a 900-year-old map, because if the volcano was formed that 900 years ago, this would have happened. So this is, you're looking at a map that they have tried to kind of makeshift together throughout the years as they've like sent spies over and tried to surveillance the place, trying to find like a path in to check on Horda, maybe even break her out of this. And you're seeing all of these, and you are actually seeing in this map all of these different vent passages. Now, you can't guarantee that they have not necessarily been closed up, aren't overflowing with lava at this moment, or don't lead to, like, a dead end. But you have some small semblance of a possible route and a path to take to get to the lava basin of this volcano, where you see that there is some sort of forge at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, like, I have an idea of, okay, like, I know it's probably one of the better routes to get to where we need to go.
Yes.
That's probably, like, the quickest, the easiest, and the safest compared to, I mean, you know, as much as you can compared to the alternatives.
Well, that's just it. You actually do still have the option. You could somehow, like, rappel down in from the caldera, or if you guys had...
Still be taking, like, a long time, because...
That would take a long time. You guys would not necessarily have the element of surprise. But if you were able to find one of these vents, you might have the element of surprise on your hand, especially if they don't know that you're coming.
Yeah. Okay. And then Porta is basically imprisoned inside the volcano?
Yes.
And is the island itself is inhabited, or it's just a island?
You do know that there is, like, a settlement on the other side of the volcano, so the far side of the island. Small settlement that's like a mining village, but that's the village that humanity has lost contact with.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Cool. I will turn to Cade and Estrella and say, I think once we get... Oh, wait, no. Wrong voice. I think once we get to the island, I might be able to find us a way inside the volcano to where we need to go. That's probably the best...
We have to go into the volcano?
Yeah.
The safest option compared to other options?
Sure. I'm, like, fireproof or something. It's fine. Whatever.
I would like to sketch a diagram of a volcano and explain it like I'm a science teacher.
Estrella and Cade immediately tune you out.
So I'm just going to be like, just basically, if we can find one of these vents, we can find a way in.
Vents?
Vents?
I was trying to say it in the... Vents?
Vents?
One of these vents?
These darn tootin' vents!
Oh my. Cool. That sounds wonderful.
So you guys see that as you guys are looking through these things, and I'm gonna say because Estrella, you haven't looked for your stuff yet. And I'm gonna say that while you're looking for your stuff, Cade, was there anything that you wanted to look for?
Cade said they wanted to go to a cleric, right?
I just
you wanted to try
if there were clerics here.
There's...
Roll me a luck check.
There's monkey types.
Oh, yeah, are you gonna try the pearl voice too?
Got a 14.
Okay.
Specifically looking for someone who can perform
an exorcism.
Lesser or greater restoration.
Yeah.
Lesser or greater restoration.
I think to remove a curse, you need greater.
But the curse hasn't set in.
I guess that's true, but it is stuck to you.
The
And it's still
message
stuck to
Sienna sent says lesser restoration, greater restoration, or wish can remove it.
Oh. Well, lesser's a lot easier to get to. You could have lesser restoration.
This
probably.
message was sent almost exactly a year ago. It was sent November 21st, 2022.
Wow. That's wild.
Wow.
That is actually very wild. We've come full circle, guys.
I can also learn lesser restoration.
Yeah, I was gonna say you both can learn it.
Yeah.
You can restore yourself. That's called self-care.
Bards can learn lesser restoration.
I'm pretty sure Leah has it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I already have my ranger spells though, and I only get first level for druid at the moment. So I
Yeah.
for now at least.
You got a 14?
Yeah.
I did figure out my druid spells for the day though.
Lesser restoration is a... Would you like to tell me who can learn this spell? That'd be cool.
That's what I'm trying to figure out
Artificer,
right now.
Bard, Cleric, Druid, Paladin, Ranger.
So many people.
That's for lesser. For greater, okay, greater restoration is Artificer, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Ranger. So, the same people, except for Paladin, I guess. That's interesting. Paladins can't learn greater.
Wait, what level is
How
greater?
rude.
So not much.
But lesser is second. Not,
Wait, what
monks
about
don't have
greater?
spells.
Yeah, sometimes they have.
Well, then they would have a special, like, class situation if they did,
Yeah,
so
I
it
guess.
wouldn't be listed here.
Yeah, I guess.
But
Maybe not one thing.
what did you say, Shan?
I was asking what level greater is, and it's a fifth
Yeah,
level,
greater.
but Paladin can still learn up to fifth level though, right? But that's like the highest that they can learn.
Who can learn? Oh, Paladins? They can go higher than 5th level.
No, they can go.
Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe
They
I'm
can go
thinking.
all the way.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of then? That's like. Hold on, I'm confusing myself.
Probably some sort of half-caster, but Paladins are half-casters, but maybe like Artificer or
Pretty
something.
sure they-
No, Bard. No, they're full casters. What's the...
Yeah, it says spell slots per spell level. It only goes up to fifth.
For Paladins?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well,
But I mean, that still wouldn't explain why they can't learn
Yeah.
greater.
I don't know. They may...
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Alright, so, I'll say that you go to, like, after kind of coming to this library, Brax kind of joins you guys, at some point in the library, just, says, I hope you're finding everything alright.
Could you find a book on curses or cursed items or weird necklaces?
Paid, right?
Yes. Yes.
Do you mind if I speak to you a moment?
Sure.
I want to believe that as you said, yees. That's what the other
Yees.
voice sounds like.
Yes.
Yees.
I was thinking it'd be funny if it was like very anti-Cade, so it's either very like soft and sweet or like
Gingy from
yippity.
Shrek. Do you know the Muffin Man?
Dear God.
Not like that. I don't think Kate could make that.
I mean,
I'm sure you could,
probably.
I mean,
but
yeah.
Well, let's
Honestly,
not
good
find
thing I
out.
don't have that because you know I would make.
What
some
about
beer
your-
again.
oh my god, what if it was? Do you remember the Kay Becca voice?
Wait, what?
No.
From back-
Was it just like a
Becca.
valley
Yeah,
girl?
the Valley Girl voice.
I mean, I can definitely talk about Valley Girl
I don't
voice.
remember why we came up with that name.
Delusion.
Some delusion. I don't know. But yeah.
Lack of sleep.
Probably. But we were both doing a Valley Girl voice. And.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What if that's the
No.
voice?
Hey, Becca. Oh my god.
Can I do a Valley Girl Australian? Like,
Can you?
my god.
Oh my god.
god.
Nar, you can't.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Narwhal.
Um.
I can't.
All right. So Cade, Brax kind of brings you just like right outside the scroll, the archives, and says, I actually do need to ask. So you have your shirt buttoned up all the way to kind of try and cover it, if I remember. But I will say that it does, every time you speak,
It glows red.
it glows a golden red. So
Fun.
I think there's like a little light coming from your collar,
Mm-hmm.
and every time
For
you
sure.
speak, and
And every time we touch.
I get a feeling
And every time we
and so Brax kind of actually goes and says, right, well, we know that you all have good intentions. We just, are you really with what the other one said? With the government to just check on the...
Well, I did say concerned citizenry. I didn't actually say government. But
Okay, so are you from the concerned citizenry?
That sounds like a cult.
well,
We're with an organization of sorts. I certainly wouldn't call it the government.
And you're just... I mean, I can't imagine what's happening to the people over there, but... I mean, of course we want them safe too, but you're just here for that, I'm assuming, but...
We were really trying to get to the other Dark Isles and miscalculated.
Right, to save the other people.
The other people, the gods, whomever.
You're here to save the gods.
That's correct, right? That's accurate information?
yeah.
Oh.
I did say that.
You never let Kate go alone.
You didn't
You never let a
actually
Kate
say-
character
I
go
said
alone.
we're not here to kill them. We're here to give her skin back or whatever.
Yeah,
That
that still
seems
did
like
not...
the opposite,
she
and
kind
that
of-
seems like saving.
She
from-
kind of blocked that out of her
Uh-huh.
memory and
Well,
was
that's
just
on
like,
her
I'm not
for
gonna get
listening to
I'm not
Shaw.
gonna get like a real answer out of this one.
Well,
So
you didn't even
as
technically. You
the
never
Harris-
even asked.
Yeah, I think she just didn't want to talk to you anymore.
That seems to be the consensus
know,
for most
Who could
people.
blame her?
That's like a lot of
That's about
NPCs.
right.
The amount of NPCs that I go through that are just like,
You know,
I don't want to talk to Rebecca, that are in my head, and they're like, I don't want to talk to Estrella anymore. She's mean.
I'm not mean. I'm straightforward. While also,
And mean.
well, you know, I just call it like I see it.
And
Putting
And so she
skin
goes,
back on. No,
"You're here."
I'm fine. Ignore me.
And she goes, "You're here to save the gods."
Yeah.
Right.
It's not ideal for anyone involved.
Well, if you're actually going over to there to try and help,
Yeah.
trying to help Porter,
Yeah. That's what we're doing. That sounded sarcastic, but I didn't mean it sarcastic.
right? He'll be needing Right. Let me pack some supplies for you. And
That'd be great.
if you meet the first over there, she's trying to do her best right now with what she's got.
Me the who? What'd she say? What
The
name?
first companion, whose name is
The first.
Oh, I thought you said the
I
fourth.
didn't. I'm gonna. Can you erase?
Pyra or Pyrrha? I just remember
Can
it's
you
opposite
erase?
tacos.
What do I have to erase? My pencil doesn't have an eraser.
Pyra.
That's why my sheet looks like this. But what? What do you want from
You
me?
don't
It's
have
just
an
gonna erase the
eraser?
name.
I have okay, what's the...
It's just gonna say erase the name.
Okay.
She just. This is where she's telling you this information.
Okay, so we don't know her name is Pyra. Pyrrha.
No.
Pyra. Pyra.
Wait,
Papyrus.
Papyrus.
wait, how do I have it written down then? Wait, didn't I ask like the last?
You did. This is now where this information is being told. I fucked things up the first time around.
Gotcha. Okay.
And-
I asked
and
the
panicked.
question, and then they tell us.
Welcome to my life. You know how many times I have told you things and made things up on the spot and then it has changed my entire world? I do this all
Yeah,
the
you
time,
told
and you
us.
know what? I don't go back on it. This is what... I ruin
You know what,
everything!
Don't look back, honey.
Rebecca, this is
I
my
know,
this is
I'm
my campaign.
saying, you know?
So
I never look
Some
back.
people don't
darling.
hate
It is
themselves.
Yeah, some
steps from the
people-
now.
Some people have plans, and then other people don't, and, you know... It shows.
What plan of yours did we really ruin that
No,
you're still
I
this
ruined
upset
it.
about?
No, you didn't ruin it. It's not that I ruined it. It's just that I sometimes say things off the cuff, and it has repercussions.
you can retcon
Nope.
yourself. I'm doing it right now.
No. I retcon very tiny things, but the major incidents, it's like, no, this is what my brain decided. This is what we're gonna do. I did one yesterday, in fact, that I now have to deal with.
Good to know.
You'll find out what I did, what I said that wasn't meant to be said a couple of years from now, probably.
Please,
Ooh,
dear God.
ooh.
Probably in another 10 years.
Ooh, hold on. Give me a sec. I have an idea. Actually,
So anyway,
continue talking.
Is it that her
Take a minute.
name is not Pyra, or that we don't know that her name is Pyra?
You don't know her name is Pyra.
Okay. I'm gonna forget it anyway. Actually, I'm not, because I wanted to use that name. I swear I used that name. Our brains are connected, Sienna. Yeah. I spelled it slightly differently, but I'm pretty sure I meant for Rhea's sister's name to be Pyra, not Pyrrha, so...
We can retcon that.
Yeah, it can be the same name. I've had this character in my head. Two people can have the same name.
That's true. Two people can have the same name. We've established.
Two people can have. Guys,
True.
it's callback.
Wait. Okay. So is Brax just speaking with Cade right now, or are we back all
Yes.
together?
No, Brax just asked to speak with Cade. I thought that would also give the opportunity to ask about the cursed item, but and so yeah, so she says, right, our first is over there now, trying to get a handle on this situation with what she can. If you see her over there, she's the only one looking like us.
What's her name? I started to mimic your accent.
Well,
What's her name?
What's her name? Pyra.
okay, so now I can write it down. I erased
I
it.
thought about it for so long. I didn't know how to get out of this question again. I was just hoping you'd let me have it and not ask again.
Oh. I thought you wanted me to ask because I didn't know. Because you didn't know.
I didn't have a way of getting around it, but it's fine.
See, sometime.
Yeah. Well, if you see her over there, she could probably be of some use.
Okay.
Um,
Keep an eye
just,
out.
give her... And she reaches into her pocket and takes out a little, golden egg that, once she touches it, it turns into one of those gold canaries, mechanical canaries.
Oh.
And then she taps it on the back again, and it closes into an egg. If you show her this, she'll know that you're with us.
Oh. Great. Thanks. I take it from her.
They make great distractions too. If you end up needing,
like distraction to
I guess
us,
I should put it in
or
my inventory.
distractions to an enemy.
both.
What do you think?
I'm just saying.
They're a nice little friend.
Exactly.
But they also can tweet down a different tunnel if you're trying to escape from someone you want to go this tunnel. I don't know.
But can they tell you if a tunnel is poisoned?
They'll stop tweeting.
That'll be handy because we'll probably have to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm off of social media, so.
What?
So they'll stop tweeting.
Oh god.
It's not Twitter
I know.
anymore.
Well, what is it called? Xing?
I don't know. I refuse to call it anything not Twitter.
Yeah, it's not that.
Because Elon Musk can
Twitter.
die.
So when I deactivated my social medias, I didn't realize that deactivating the Twitter is like a permanent thing and like actually deletes my Twitter as opposed to stepping away from it. So when I tried to log back in, I couldn't, but then it wasn't Twitter anymore. It was X. And now I'm like, you know what? I don't really feel like I need to go back because
do I need to be a part of X?
Yeah.
I don't want to go on X, so I just haven't.
Yeah. I think someone on somewhere.
Rebecca was outside of like a boardroom meeting.
No. Someone somewhere on the internet was talking about that, like, they got logged out of Twitter, of X, and like they had something about the multi-factor authentication had become a thing, and they never like set it up, and so they're like permanently blocked out of it, and they're just like, okay, I guess I'm just done here. Yeah. And so I never set it up, so I'm like, am I permanently blocked from it? I don't know. I haven't even tried.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even feel the need now because I'm like, I don't want
to involve myself with that.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
All right, so there's that. Paige, do you bring up?
Yeah, I guess I'll say, you wouldn't happen to have anyone here who can do a lesser or greater restoration, perhaps.
You already rolled for this. We might. We do have some healers and some druids work with the agricultural pursuits of our little island. We might have someone who can help you with that. Yeah. Is everything all right?
I guess I'll pull my collar down slightly. She'd be like, I have a bit of a cursed item attached.
Right. Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna touch the pearl, and so then my voice changes, and I guess I'm gonna say, I didn't really pick an accent. I guess I'll go, okay, Becca. I just really, no. I started to go Australian.
Silly.
Hold on.
Leo or Nar.
The good old
There's too
turning.
many accents like coming at me that I like can't get away from them.
The good old turning off the mic so you can. I saw the words. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I really would just prefer to do without this situation, so I'm gonna tap the pearl back.
Braxis goes. Yeah, you're gonna wanna be getting that on.
God, I hope that's like the voice of some world leader or something.
That did
I
not.
was thinking that. I hope it's like some burly dude.
That did not look right coming out of your mouth.
Like, oh my god. Crazy.
All right. And we'll leave this off with Estrella's roles, because I'll have to write something up for this, but I don't have it prepared, just like the map. But
What am I rolling?
With the
investigation with advantage.
I don't have good investigation. In fact, I have a +0, so that's a 15.
Okay. You still find some scrolls that are kind of, they're really old and dusty. They're far in the back. Yeah, you read some scrolls with some mention of your family name, and I'll tell you exactly what you learn next time.
Yay.
Wonderful.
Join us next time on another episode of
I hate it
podcast.
here.
It's not a podcast, guys.
I just listen to so many D&D podcasts.
True.
It wasn't even you this time. It was Kate.
Oh, I said it as
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah, I think Kate.
Yeah, I know.
I think Kate was making fun of me.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Definitely.
Good night.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, have a happy Thanksgiving.